What's up, everybody? Sober day number 325 here, and today I just want to tell you guys how I feel and how life has been once I hit that 300-day mark of being sober. I'm about 25 days late doing this video. I apologize. I did have to take a little bit of break from YouTube. That's because with the real world opening back up and everything going on, my schedule went from sitting home doing nothing all day, besides like Twitch and other things like that, to nonstop crazy busy, which is a good thing. Especially when you're when you're trying to stay off your alcohol and other things like that. Being busy is definitely very good, but also it was scary because as the world was opening up, you know, all those things that you were able to kind of shelter yourself from if you got sober during COVID like I did, you know, are back out there again. So just kind of being very mindful of all that stuff. But let's go ahead. Let's talk about the last 300 days. So for the last 300 days, if you follow me or you've watched a lot of the previous videos, things have been improving. Mental health, my overall health, family life, all those areas, everything was improving. Nothing got worse. That's the crazy thing. Nothing got worse when I gave up the alcohol, only better. Everything only got better. And sure, was there some tough times, you know, when I was going to counseling and outpatient? Yeah, I had to talk about things I didn't want to talk about. I had to kind of get over some things from my past. To make sure I didn't go back to drinking or, you know, to have any excuses. And I'm still working on some of those things. But overall, at the point I'm at now, it is so freeing to know that when things happen, if something were to happen right now, I can deal with it sober and not have to turn to the bottle. That in itself is kind of like the chains have been taken off me. You know what I mean? It's kind of it's really hard to put into words what I'm trying to say, but you know, where I used to think the alcohol was freeing me from life, the reality was the alcohol was actually chaining me down to where I was. Getting rid of the alcohol is really what set me free. And, you know, recently I did have a big family, kind of like emergency, with my grandmother. And that was scary. That was my first kind of big life, you know, instance that normally would have definitely caused me to relapse or drink, that I had to deal with, and I had to face it, and I had to stay sober during the whole thing, and I did. And I made comments in one of my other videos about how I was noticing alcohol everywhere. My mind was trying to play tricks on me, saying, hey, I got the answer right here. We can make all this pain and all this worry and all this anxiety go away. It's right here. I was noticing alcohol in places I never noticed alcohol in before. But overall, 300 days, you know, like I said, I'm healthier. I finally have lost a few pounds, still overweight, but lost a few pounds because I kind of got some of that sugar intake under control because my doctor said that was the reason why I wasn't dropping crazy weight like a lot of people do when they go sober. So I do got to be mindful of what I'm eating. But at the same time, I kind of look at it like, hey, I'm sober now. I'm going to treat myself. I when I go out to eat, I am that guy now. Who will go ahead and order a couple different meals and pick at each one and get dessert and treat myself as kind of my little guilty pleasure and how I treat myself for staying sober. But when it's all said and done, guys, anybody out there, if you think about going sober, if you're struggling with sobriety, I can tell you this, and I know this for certain, and I'm sure people can comment below and double down on what I'm saying, but nothing got worse. Nothing got worse. Everything only got better when I stopped drinking. Sure, it was hard. It was difficult. There was days where I wanted to quit and give in and say, screw it, and just go back to drinking. But each day that passes, each day where it's another day without a drink in my system, another day sober for me, I realize I don't ever want to go back to that. There's no need for it. I'm having fun again, sober. You know, I'm a DJ for a living. You know, I thought I would not be able to do that job or career sober. There was a time where I thought I was going to have to change career fields, and that was very scary. And I'm having fun on gigs. I'm having fun out there DJing, and I don't have to be drunk. And it's kind of funny. People watch a lot now, and, you know, I watch the people early on in the night, and I go, okay, yeah, that actually looks fun. But then you watch that same person maybe an hour later. I'm like, okay, they're starting to get to that point where it's not fun no more. And I remember those times. And when I got to those times where the average person might stop because it's not fun anymore, hey, time to go home, I would double down and go right through that and continue drinking. And that's how I end up in all those crazy situations that I would end up in. You know, that's how I got the DWIs. That's how I didn't come home for days, because I didn't want to stop. Even when it wasn't fun no more, I couldn't stop. And now living my life and doing things again and doing things sober, reliving my life sober, which is what this whole channel is all about. And the world opening back up and getting to re-experience new things. Like I went axe throwing today with my cousin. Did it sober. It was fun. Last time, actually no, I've never actually went axe throwing drunk, because I don't think that was around here then. But like bowling, we're going bowling later on. I bowled sober for the first time down in New York City not that long ago. You know what I mean? I used to always drink because that's what you did at a bowling alley. There was alcohol there. Through everything, let me rephrase, through everything, I'm realizing, to sum this all up, that alcohol was just a crush. And what I thought was helping me was really just hurting me. It was the chains holding me down. And if you're somebody out there who can drink responsibly, by all means, I'm not one of the people that says, hey, you should never drink. Drinking's bad. It's the devil. It just is the devil for me. It just ain't for me. I couldn't drink right. And if you're somebody that's struggling with that and you're faced with the decisions or the thoughts of, hey, maybe I should kind of hang this up, I can tell you it has improved my life so much, and things are going so great that the thought of having a drink today doesn't even cross my mind. I don't even have to wake up anymore and say, today I'm not having a drink. I do, though, to keep it fresh in my head, but I don't have to say it because I know I just don't want it. Guys, thank you all for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't yet. Please like this video. And as you guys all know, this year it's all about the comments. Comment something down below. It helps the algorithm. Love you guys. Thank you all so much. If you guys want to see me live streaming on Twitch, where I actually DJ, that is DJ Eric_C. So go to twitch.tv/DJ Eric_C. I'll catch you guys in the next video.